called prasad. So we have our temples, ISKCON temples, wherever they are located, are can be seen as great safe places where we can take shelter and grow spiritually in the community of like-minded devotees, and we can come closer to God. We can discover our own inner spiritual nature and connect with God, with Krishna. So today we are going to discuss on this topic called nectar that puts everything else to shame. So in life, okay, how many of you think this statement is correct? We are all looking for nectar in life. Okay. We are looking for nectar in life. Doesn't necessarily mean the some liquid drink. This nectar refers to the nectar of the heart, the joy we are all looking for. So, scriptures, the Vedic literatures, ancient wisdom from India, they inform us that everyone, no matter who they are, whether Americans, Chinese, Indians, Europeans, everyone, and not just human beings, even the animals, birds, everyone is looking for happiness. And we are looking for happiness all the time, not just sometimes. We are looking for happiness all the time. And how much happiness are we looking for? Are we looking for just this much happiness? No, we are looking for oceanic happiness. And that's the nature of the soul. The soul is constitutionally, when we say the soul, it refers to us, the real beings, the spiritual beings, beyond these bodies. So we have a three-tier existence while we live in this world. There's the gross level of existence, which is our bodies, through which we interact with this world. Then there's the subtle level of existence, where resides our mind, our intelligence, and the scriptures define one more component called ahankar, or in English, its closest translation is false ego. So there's this subtle level of existence, and then the deepest or the highest level of existence is our spiritual existence. So we, the real person, the real you, the real me, the real you, the real him, and the real her, we are all spiritual beings. And we have two coatings over us. The subtle body, which consists of mind, intelligence, and false ego, and the gross body, which is this body made of so many elements. So the real being, the soul, is constitutionally very happy by nature. But when we come in contact with matter, when we are covered over by these two layers of bodies, the subtle body and the gross body, we live a life that is artificial to us, that's not natural to us. The soul constitutionally is also eternal in nature. The soul never dies. The soul is beyond time. But yet, when we take on this gross and subtle body, we go through a series of changes, ending with death ultimately, and nobody wants to die. Death is such an obstacle in our search after oceanic happiness. It puts a full stop to everything. Nobody wants to die. So, by nature, we are all looking for, by nature, we are happy as spiritual beings. But right now, being covered by these two layers of bodies, the subtle body and the gross body, we are not able to experience this complete happiness. We only experience a few drops of happiness here and there, and we somehow have to strive so hard for it. It's like trying hard to bring out some to wring a cloth and to get some few drops of water out of it, or from a sponge. Somehow press it hard, and somehow all you get is a few drops. So that's the nature of happiness in this material world. It's temporary and it's flickering. It's very little. So there are many devotional songs which describe the nature of our struggles in this material world. We are all striving for happiness, but all we get is chapala sukh love. There's one song where it says chapala sukh love. So flickering happiness and very tiny happiness, just like a tiny candlelight burning, and that too is flickering. Who will get much light out of it? So that's the nature of happiness in this material world. But we as spiritual beings, we are looking for oceanic joy. And where can we find this joy? The scriptures firmly and emphatically, without any fear, the scriptures state that such oceanic happiness can be found only in our connection with God, with Krishna. And the Vedic scriptures point us to who is God. Is God just some impersonal, undefined, amorphous entity, or does God also have personal attributes? Is God also a person with whom we can have a loving relationship? So the Vedic scriptures emphatically inform us that God too is a person. But he is not a limited person like you and me. God, while being a person, he is at the same time all-pervading and has unlimited power and potencies. So that's in fact best of both. Some people say that God cannot be a person. Why? Because persons are limited, right? So God must be some amorphous, impersonal entity who has no form. But then that too is a limitation on God. I am a person, you are a person, everyone around here is a person with individual traits. Our parents are or were persons, our grandparents were persons. Everywhere we see, if we go up the chain, everyone is a person. How can the supreme source of everyone not be a person? So to say that God cannot be a person is also a limitation on God. But to go to the other extreme and to say that God is a limited person, God is just a person, that too appears like putting limitation on God. So what do the Vedic scriptures inform us? The Vedic literatures inform us that God is a person, but at the same time, not a limited person like you and me. While being a person, he is yet all-pervading. His consciousness pervades everywhere. How do we understand this? Just like in our own existence, we can see our consciousness is spread all over this body. Anywhere you prick me on my body, I will feel the pain. Why? Because my consciousness pervades throughout my body. But I am not conscious of what's happening in, say, that corner of the room. Maybe there's some small spider crawling there. So my consciousness doesn't encompass that. But God is a being whose consciousness encompasses everything. And yet, God is a person as well. So that is best of both. God is a person with whom we can have a very loving relationship. God is a jolly personality, and yet not a limited personality like you and me. God's consciousness pervades everywhere, and God is almighty, all powerful. He has all the potencies of what some people say, that there must be some unlimited, amorphous, undefined entity out there. Yes, God has all those features while being a person as well. So the Vedic understanding is best of both. And the Vedic scriptures emphatically inform us that our real happiness comes only in our connection with God. Only when we have a loving connection with God can we be truly happy? Can we experience that oceanic joy we are looking for? Even in this world, we see that joy comes from connections with others around. Happiness comes from relationships with others. And happiness comes by loving others and experiencing love from others. Once, on one Janmashtami day, I think it was in 2019, I was in Silicon Valley in the ISKCON temple there in Silicon Valley. We have a beautiful temple in Mountain View as well. So some of us, it was evening. On Janmashtami day, we fast throughout the day. We fast from both food and water. So some of us were discussing in the evening. It has been such a tiring day. We have been fasting, we have been serving, but yet because the service we had was accepting footwear from all the visitors, keeping them in bags and giving them tokens. And when they come out again, they give us the token. We give them back the bag containing their shoes. So while doing this service, we just had this realization that yes, it has been a very tiring day. We haven't slept enough. We have eaten nothing. We have not had any drop of water. But still, this was a much happier day than those busy days when we may be well fed. We may be sitting on our computers in our software jobs, drinking some nice, pleasing drinks, whatever, cold water, or of course, we don't drink any alcoholic things. But whatever, nice juices we may be drinking, we may be comfortable sitting in an AC room, but still, there's no joy in that, no real joy. Because all day we are dealing with things. But here we have been dealing with other conscious beings, and we have experienced so much joy in that. So, but the Vedic scriptures extrapolate this fact to inform us that the ultimate joy comes from our connection with the Supreme Conscious Being, with God, with Krishna. So, real nectar of life, that is, the oceanic happiness we are looking for, it comes from our connection with Krishna. So in this connection, we will sing one song. But before we sing that song and go through its meaning, let's discuss one story from Ramayana. So now that we have briefly discussed that God is a beautiful personality with whom we can have a loving connection, a loving relationship. God also has a beautiful form, and devotees, those who are lovers of God, they are attracted to God's form as well. They are attracted to God's name, God's form, God's activities, and God's qualities. So everything about God is just so attractive. Therefore, one name of God is Krishna, which means He who is all attractive. So everything about God is attractive. And devotees, now in somebody's body, which is the lowest part? The feet, right? So devotees of God are attracted to God's feet as well. They are immensely attracted to God's lotus feet. The feet of Krishna are extremely attractive and alluring. Nothing in the world can compare with the beauty of God, of Krishna. So our today's topic is, what nectar is there in God? And specifically, we will be singing one song which describes how much nectar there is just in approaching the feet of God. But before that, a short story from Ramayana. In Ramayana, as most of us may know here, Lord Ram, who is not different from Lord Krishna, he is Krishna himself. Time and again, God incarnates into this world. Just like God keeps sending great saints into this world to share His message with everyone, periodically God Himself as well descends into this world. And Lord Ram, He had come in Treta Yuga, which was a few 100,000 years ago. So, when Lord Ram had descended, as we may know in the story of Ramayana, Lord Ram, he set the example of an ideal human being. So, his stepmother had exiled him. She had expressed this desire to the king, to Dashrath Maharaj, that let Ram be exiled for 14 years. And when Lord Ram was exiled, when his exile just began, so how grief-stricken everyone, all the Ayodhya Vasis, all the residents of Ayodhya were. They all followed Lord Ram. And when Lord Ram was exiting the city of Ayodhya through the gates, following him was a big group of people, all Ayodhya Vasis. They wanted to follow him. They loved him so much. So it was like Maharaj Bhagirath followed by Ganga, the river. So it appeared like that. And then Lord Ram, Lakshman, Sita Devi, when it was evening on that first day, they retired for the night. And all the Ayodhya Vasis, all the residents of Ayodhya who had come with them, they also slept there. Next morning, Lord Ram quickly woke up very secretively, and without making much sound, he woke up his brother Lakshman, Sita Devi, and their charioteer, who also happened to be the prime minister, the closest minister to the king, Sumantra, his name was. Lord Ram woke them up, and he told them, let's secretly leave from here. Before everyone wakes up, let's leave from here. So Lord Ram also told Sumantra that drive the chariot in such a way that the trail left by the chariot wheels, should appear in such a way that all the residents of Ayodhya think that the chariot has gone back to Ayodhya. They shouldn't be able to trace us. And Sumantra very expertly drove the chariot, first making it appear like the chariot is going back to Ayodhya, and then he entered water, and from there he very expertly drove the chariot in such a way that later, after some time, when Ayodhya Vasis woke up, they thought, Lord Ram, the chariot has gone back to Ayodhya. And they all went back to Ayodhya, but in Ayodhya they did not find Ram. But anyways, they realized that this must be Lord Ram's desire, that we come back to Ayodhya. So they accepted the reality that they will not be able to see Ram for another 14 years. So this is how wonderful Lord Ram was, and how wonderful his pastimes, his leelas were. Later, on the second day, when it was time to retire for the day, by that time they reached one place called Shringaberpur. It was a sort of a tribal-like area, but they were not complete tribals. They had connection with city people as well. So the king of those tribals, his name was Guha, and he was very hospitable. He was a great friend of Lord Ram's father. So very hospitably he received Lord Ram, Lakshman, Sita, Sumantra, and he hosted them. He offered so many amenities to them, but Lord Ram politely declined most of them. And he explained to him that I cannot have all these delicious foodstuffs. For 14 years, I am supposed to have only roots and fruits. So please give me some roots and fruits. I don't need all this delicious foodstuffs and all. So, and Sumantra left now. So that night, Lord Ram, Mother Sita, Lord Lakshman, they took rest there. And next morning, when they got up, it was time for them to cross the river. It was a pretty wide river. It was either Sharayu river or Ganga. No, maybe Sharayu river, that was. Ganga comes later. So yeah, Ganga comes later when they meet Bharadwaj Rishi near Ganga. So Jai Shri Radha Gopal Vallabh. Jai. Shri Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So next morning, there was Guha requested one of the boatmen. His name was Kevat. He requested Kevat, okay, can you please take Lord Ram, Lakshman, Sita Devi across the river? Now Kevat was very intelligent. He knew how wonderful, how glorious Lord Ram is. So Kevat wanted to wash the feet of Lord Ram and drink that water. Because as some time back we were discussing, even the feet of God are so attractive, that devotees, they value even the dust particles, which when the Lord steps somewhere, even the dust particles that are left behind are so precious, much more precious than all the gold in this world. That's how much love devotees have for the Lord. So, Kevat, he wanted to wash Lord Ram's feet and drink that water, the holiest of all holy waters. So, but he knew Ram will refuse if he directly, blatantly makes that request. So he used a trick. He said, oh, I have heard that previously, when the dust of Ram's feet had touched a stone, that stone became a woman. There's a story that had happened in the past. Whose story is this? Ahalya, yes, thank you, Brihati. So Ahalya, yes. So Ahalya, who was cursed for some time, that's another story altogether. She was cursed that she will remain a stone until the feet of Lord Ram touch her. So just by the dust of, by the touch of the dust from Lord Ram's feet, that stone became Ahalya again. So Kevat, quoting this, he tricked the Lord into saying, oh, I must wash your feet first, because if the dust from your feet touches my boat and something happens to my boat, if that turns into some man or woman, what will happen to my business? So let me wash your feet first. So he tricked the Lord that way. Of course, Ram knew his heart. So Ram allowed him, and Kevat washed his feet. And while he was washing Ram's feet, he was sarcastically looking at Mother Sita. See, I'm finally getting to do it. Then, now, what is the deep meaning of this pastime, this Leela? This Kevat in Vaikuntha, where Lord Vishnu lies on the bed of Sheshnag. Once Lakshmi Devi was massaging his feet while the Lord was lying on Sheshnag. And one tortoise from Kshir Sagar popped up his head, and he found the feet of Lord Vishnu so attractive. He started licking the Lord's feet. He clung onto Anant Shesh, and he started licking the feet of Lord Ram. Now, Lakshmi Devi noticed this, and she said, hey, go away. No, Lord Vishnu will get disturbed. Just go away. So she made the tortoise go away, and the tortoise, he felt sad about it. Oh, I didn't get this chance. That same tortoise came as Kevat, and now he's looking at Sita Devi. Who is Sita Devi? She's Lakshmi herself. So he's looking at her sarcastically. See, you had stopped me, Now see, finally I have gotten this chance. And who is Lord Ram? Lord Vishnu himself. So, Kevat then took them across the river. As they were crossing the river, Lord Ram wondered, what can I give him as a payment? And Sita Devi saw, oh, Lord Ram wants to give something to him as a payment. And she handed over one of her rings to Lord Ram. and on that ring was written Ram. So Lord Ram took that ring, and when they reached the other shore of the river, the other bank, uh, Lord Ram was giving that ring to Kevat as a payment. But Kevat said, no, no, I won't take this payment. I want you to remain a debtor to me. I want you to remain indebted to me. Because now, today I have helped you cross the river, but tomorrow, when it's time for me to cross this ocean of material existence, I want you to help me cross this ocean of material existence. So I want you to remain indebted to me. So, so this is one sweet pastime, one Leela of Lord Ram, where we see how devotees, how lovers of God value the Lord's lotus feet and the dust from the Lord's lotus feet. So today we will sing one song. We began by singing one song. Now we will sing another song, which I was in Silicon Valley for a few years. Our temple president there, His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu, every Janmashtami sings this song. It's a beautiful song written by Rup Goswami. This glorifies hankering. This song expresses very vividly hankering for Krishna's lotus feet. And it expresses this sentiment that real nectar is available only at the feet of God. So only in our connection with God can we experience this real nectar, this oceanic joy that we are looking for. So we will quickly turn to that song and so the song starts as Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Okay, I hope it's visible. Okay, before we sing, I'm just trying to ensure that while we sing, we also okay. Okay, first let's read the translation.
It's
Okay.
too tiny, you can't see it.
Is it too tiny?
Yeah.
Okay, let me expand it further. I hope it's visible now. The line below Krishna's feet. Okay. Could someone read? Would you like to read it first? Would you like to read it aloud? Yeah, the translation in English. O Lord Shri Krishna. That.
O Lord Shri Krishna, I am offering a prayer unto you. Please let the bee of my mind be offered the nectarine honey of your lotus feet.
Yeah, thank
Please
you.
let the bee.
Next, do you want to read, ma'am?
My eyes are blurry, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you can. Okay. Mataji, oh, is it too small for you as well?
I can read.
Okay, yeah, please.
Although Brahma in full samadhi.
Brahma.
Although Brahma in full samadhi can catch a glimpse of even a ray of effulgence from the tips of your toenails, still, O Achyuta, Having heard the waves of your
your
astonishing mercy, I long to receive your grace.
I long to receive your grace.
Agastya wants to read.
Oh yes, Agastya, please.
Oh Madhava, although I don't possess even a sesame seed of your bhakti, still by your inconceivable power, which makes the impossible possible, please fulfill
Sorry.
Desires of my heart.
Please fulfill the desires of my heart. Okay.
the desires of my heart.
And now, last Brihati, you want to read?
We cannot hear you.
Yeah, a little louder.
Because your lotus feet are filled with such wonderful rasa, let the beat of my mind always reside unwavering in that nectar which puts everything else into
Which
shade.
puts everything else to shame.
Are the essence of all sweetness. This is my only
Only
prayer.
prayer. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, now let us sing this song. Okay, please repeat after me. कृष्णदेव भवन्तं वन्दे कृष्णदेव भवन्तं वन्दे मन्मानस मधुकरमर्पय निजपद पंकज मकरंदे कृष्णदेव भवन्तं वन्दे कृष्णदेव भवन्तं वन्दे यद्यपि समाधिषु विधिरपि पश्यति न तव नखाग्रमरीचिम् कृष्णदेव भवन्तं वन्दे कृष्णदेव भवन्तं वन्दे इदमेच्छामि निशम्य तवाच्युत तदपि कृपाद्भुतवीचिम् Everyone together. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Bhakti Rudanchati Yadyapi Madhava. Natvai Mama Tilamatri. Together, Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande, Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande, Parameshwara Tatadapi Tavadhika, Durghata Ghatana Vidhatri, अयनवियोदतयाद्य सनातन कलिताद्भुतरसभारम् Together, Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Nivasatu Nityamiham Nindini Vindan Madhuri Masaram Together, Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. It's a beautiful song, very heart touching. Now we will go line by line and try to understand the translation. Okay. Oh Lord Shri Krishna, I am offering a prayer unto you. Okay. So, while we read the translation, I also want to make sure. O Lord Shri Krishna, I am offering a prayer unto you. Please let the bee of my mind be offered the nectarian honey of your lotus feet. So our mind is being compared to a bee here. What does a bee do? It goes from flower to flower. What does it look for? Nectar, honey, nectar from the flowers. So, similarly, our minds or our hearts, we are also longing for happiness. And in our longing for happiness, we go from this source to that source. Oh, let me find some happiness by going to a restaurant. Oh, let me find some happiness by going to some movie. Oh, let me find happiness by earning a lot of money. But nowhere do we find complete happiness. So, here, Rup Goswami, who has written this song, he is singing, he is saying, my dear Lord Krishna, my mind or my heart is like a bee looking for nectar. But it has been looking for nectar in so many other sources. But now, Hare Krishna, can we have some silence there? Thank you. So, now, let me find, please, my dear Lord, make the nectar of your lotus feet available to me, to my mind, to my heart. Please let that be offered to me, because nothing else has been satisfying. Everything has been offering me only some flickering and flickering happiness, which is also very tiny. Now, in the next line, he says, in the next stanza, although Brahma in full samadhi cannot catch a glimpse of even a ray of the effulgence from the tips of your toenails. So, Brahma, as we have heard, Brahma, the first created being in the universe, who is given the task of creating everything by Lord Vishnu. We call Brahma the creator, but he is the secondary creator. The primary creator is Lord Vishnu himself. It is Lord Vishnu who gives him the task of creation. Now, Brahma, where does he get his power to do creation? From Lord Vishnu himself. By doing tapasya, he meditates on Lord Vishnu, and then he is empowered to do creation. He is given all the basic ingredients of creation by Lord Vishnu, but he combines them, he puts them together, he designs the bodies of living entities, the bodies of various species. So, now Brahma had to do a lot of tapasya to be empowered. So, Brahma did such austerities. So it is said even after doing lots and lots of austerity, still he couldn't so easily get a glimpse of even the tiniest of rays shining from the tips of Krishna's toenails. When nails, some people have beautiful nails naturally, even without nail polish, and they look shiny. So, if some object is shiny, naturally it reflects light. So, Lord Krishna's nails, the nails of his hands, of his toes, they are really beautiful, and they are compared to moons, in fact. So, moons, just like the full moon looks so attractive, Krishna's body parts, they are compared with some objects in this world, but even those comparisons cannot fully describe the Lord's beauty. Many parts of his body are compared to lotuses. Nija pada pankaja makarande. So, and many parts of his body are compared to the beauty of the full moon. So, Krishna's toenails are very shiny and attractive looking. So, even Brahma in full samadhi, it was difficult for him to get a glimpse of even one ray coming from the tips of Krishna's toenails. So Rup Goswami is saying here, my dear Lord, even for a great personality like Brahma, it was a difficult thing to achieve. But still, my dear Lord, I have heard about your very merciful nature. So although I am nothing in front of Brahma, but still, I have heard of your astonishing mercy. So, having heard of the waves of your astonishing mercy, I long to receive your grace. The third stanza says, O Madhav, although I don't possess even a sesame seed of bhakti for you. Sesame seed is pretty tiny, right? So, Rup Goswami is saying, I don't possess even that much bhakti. Actually, Rup Goswami is a very, very great devotee. He's a great saint. But that's the nature of great saints. They think I don't have much love for the Lord. But they see that other devotees have so much love for their Lord. And that doesn't put them into some inferiority complex or jealousy complex. That's just their heart. And this kind of attitude is very pleasing to God. So that even though they may be very advanced, they think, I don't know much about Krishna. I want to develop much about Krishna. That's the nature of bhakti. In bhakti, we are always satisfied but never satiated. There's a difference between being satisfied and satiated. Satiation means, oh, I got so much of something that I don't want more of it. But in bhakti, we are satisfied, but at the same time never satiated. We always want more. This is quite contradictory, and it feels like an oxymoron. We are always satisfied in bhakti, but at the same time we are also hankering for more and more. And that hankering doesn't make us frustrated, or it doesn't cause us any pain. So, Rup Goswami is saying, although I don't have even this much bhakti for you, and this kind of a benediction where somebody has access to the nectar from your lotus feet is given only to very great devotees. But oh my dear Lord, I know you have inconceivable power which can turn the impossible into possible. So please fulfill the desires of my heart. Yes, you give such an end only to those who have great amounts of devotion for you. I don't have much devotion for you. But still, my dear Lord, you can make anything possible. So please fulfill this desire of my heart. I want to access the nectar at your lotus feet. Then the last stanza. And we will focus more on this now. That was the topic for today. Hey Sanatan, because your lotus feet are filled with such wonderful rasa, means they are filled with such oceanic nectar, let the bee of my mind always reside unwaveringly in that nectar, which puts everything else to shame. For they are the essence of all sweetness. My dear Lord Krishna, in you, in serving you, there is so much nectar, there is so much happiness, there is so much sweetness, that all these puny sources of happiness I have been running after, the nectar available at your lotus feet, it puts everything else to shame. When Lord Krishna descends into this world, he performs such pastimes of love. The loving exchange he has with his devotees. God literally, time and again, descends into this world to run a big ad campaign. What is that ad campaign? My dear lost children, please turn toward me again. There is so much happiness in living with me, in turning toward me. You are running after puny sources of happiness. Please turn toward me. You will find such oceanic happiness in that. So Lord Krishna, he comes to advertise to us that you can find real oceanic joy only in relationship with me, and not in the puny so-called sources of happiness in this world. So because your lotus feet are filled with such wonderful rasa, there's so much nectar in connecting with Lord Krishna. Let the bee of my mind, if you remember, the beginning of this song, it begins like this. Our mind is compared to a bee. As you can see, this is an AI generated image, thanks to Gemini, I think. It was generated from Gemini. Yeah. So we can see here, this, our mind is being compared to a bee. Bees are looking for nectar, right? So similarly, we living entities, we are looking for nectar, but the ultimate source of nectar is Lord Krishna. Only in him can we find ultimate happiness. And so much happiness is there just in his lotus feet. We have full access to full oceanic nectar, just even in approaching his lotus feet. So Rup Goswami is singing, let the bee of my mind always reside there. Once having attained that ocean of nectar, what other source of nectar will look attractive? So in this world, we look after so many sources of nectar. Some people find nectar in seeing some numbers grow in their bank account. But what happiness is that? Just seeing some digits grow. And most of their life, they don't even end up using those digits. They just feel some pride that, oh, I have so many digits in my bank account. Is that real nectar? Some people may look for nectar of connection with the opposite gender. Recently, my wife was telling me she was reading one book. She is reading some book on which gives some nice spiritual instructions to women for them to rise above bodily consciousness, come closer to God, and also help maintain proper temple decorum. So sometimes women wear these kind of clothes, young girls, if you see, with strings behind. And that book describes how it creates some hankering in men's minds that, oh, if I open those strings, there's so much nectar I may get access to, just like opening a gift. But what nectar can be there in some lump of flesh and bones? And then what some people find nectar in creating something big. Let me establish some big empire, which even after my death will continue, and my name will be sung by so many generations to come. But what is the value of that nectar? You will not be there to enjoy that nectar. And so neither will other generations enjoy that. Some people really think that they have created real value if they create something which will last for so many generations next. I will earn so much money that my next 100 generations don't have to work hard. But that never happens actually. And even if somebody manages to do that, it may appear like they have created some eternal impact forever from that point onward. However, if we carefully analyze, every individual who is born in that line and is born takes benefit of those whatever legacies passed down for some time and then dies. Cannot hold on to that benefit forever. Just like the original founder cannot hold on to it forever, every descendant who comes is also a temporary being. So even though that line may appear eternal, that impact may appear eternal, every individual who is coming and taking benefit of that impact is not eternal. So some people see nectar in creating a big impact which will last for many generations, but that too is not really any nectar. Real nectar is in connecting with God and helping others also connect with God, with Krishna, because that is what really matters for the soul. That is what will give each and every individual soul access to the real oceanic nectar. So let the bee of my mind always reside unwaveringly in that nectar, which puts everything else to shame. For they are the essence of all nectar. Now, what does it mean to put something to shame? Can somebody? What does it ring any bells? Put something to shame. What meaning is evoked in your mind when you read this English phrase? To put something to shame.
Means worthless, making it worthless.
Making it worthless. Yeah, wonderful. Any other interpretation?
It diminishes its importance, or like diminishes it.
Yes, diminishes it. Wonderful, yeah. So yes, when somebody has access to this nectar of Krishna consciousness, everything, all other so-called joys, they will actually look puny. So somebody who may earlier be finding so much nectar in the puny joys of this material realm, of these temporary pleasures, will when he or she gets access to this oceanic joy which is available in our connection with God, will start finding that, oh, these other pleasures I was running after, they were so puny, so insignificant, so tiny. There's one king, Yamunacharya, one great king from South India, from the past. Anyways, we have covered all the important points. Now, darshan will open. Let us access this real nectar. Okay, the real nectar of Krishna consciousness. So let us pray to Lord Krishna, just like Rup Goswami is praying. Please let the bee of my mind be offered the nectarian honey of your lotus feet. And this joy puts everything else to shame, makes everything else look insignificant. So let us strive for this joy. Recently I heard this amazing statement. One great saint, Radhesham Prabhu, keeps coming here twice a year. He comes from India. So he made a statement which really struck me, that there are some people who may not have anything in life, any material possessions, but because they have God, they have Krishna, they have love for God, they are so happy as if they possess the whole world, as if they own the whole world. You will not see such happiness even in the big billionaires, be it Elon Musk, whoever's the second, third. You will not see such happiness in them. But those who have Krishna, they have everything. So let us aspire for this nectar. Shri Shri Radha Gopi Vallabh ki Jai. Shri Gaur ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maiya ki Jai. Shri Prabhupada ki